Hi everybody, this is Debbie from the Shop at Threads. Welcome back to my channel. If you've not been to our channel before, we welcome you to our channel as we do quite a bit of embroidery, do-it-yourself projects, and some cooking / baking. So it depends on the week, what we're doing, but you can get all three of our niches on one channel. Anyway, today we're going to go ahead and embroider out a sweatshirt, a white sweatshirt that I have designed for Valentine's Day. I actually digitized this design, and the only thing I can't take credit for is the font. But the actual design and everything else that's on this design / pattern is my artwork. And we will be selling this. However, you cannot turn around and resell this pattern at all, in any way, shape, or form. You can use it, but you are not able to sell the pattern itself. Okay, so let's get started. This particular one is approximately 6 by 10 inches. And I'll show you the actual, if you can see it up here on my screen. I'm getting ready to trace it just to make sure everything looks good, because I'm using a magnetic hoop, and we certainly don't want the design reaching out, where the needles are going to hit, or anything about, these needles itself are going to hit this border of the frame. So let's trace it and just see where we're standing. Again, this is about 10 by 6, and it looks pretty good. I'm confident it's cleared. So we're going to go ahead. Actually, I'm going to bring it back just a little tiny bit, just a pinch. And that should be really good. I'm going to trace it one more time. And what I've used on here is 3 stabilizers. Yeah, that's perfect. I'm comfortable with that. It's 3 stabilizers. Inside we have used a mesh cutaway that's actually coming up against the sweatshirt, okay? And then on top of that is a tearaway. So we're able to tear that away when the design is all said and done. On the surface, and I do this on all my sweatshirts, I love the way they turn out. I will not change that. You do as you see fit, but this is the way I do it. I used a water soluble on the top, being it's a knit fabric and it's kind of soft. I just want to double protect from sinking my stitches into the sweatshirt. Okay, so we got our pattern facing the back of the machine, and our sweatshirt, again, we don't want to put it in at the neckline. And the reason for that is registration. If you happen to be making a larger or wider design, if you're putting it in through the neckline, what's going to happen is it gets to this side of the neck or this side of the neck, wherever, you're going to end up making it pull. And that could throw off your whole registration. So we don't want to chance that. So I put in the sweatshirt backwards. Okay, and you can see the bottom of the sweatshirt is facing the back of the machine. And so is my design on the screen, facing the back of the machine. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead. I've already set up my threads on this particular design. I'm using red, black, and pink. So I got that all set up. We traced, that's all done. Now I'm going to go ahead and set up here on my machine what spools belong to what needle. Okay, so let me get that done. Number 2 is the red thread. Black is number 1, and the pink is number 3. Okay, we're all set with that. And we're going to go ahead and lock and start. Okay, this stitch out is saying 35 minutes. I always stand by just in case. We're good, we cleared good, which I wasn't doubtful after doing a trace, but I always stand by. You just never know, okay? So this could be 35 minutes. I'm not going to take you all the way through the complete stitch out. I'm going to keep coming back and showing you as we move along the way. All right, I will be back. Okay, we are about 8 minutes into our 35-minute stitch out, so I just wanted to show you where we're at. But we will be coming back shortly to show you a little further along. Okay. Okay, we are into a 15 minutes of a 35-minute stitch out. So right now, as you can see, it is stitching out the Cupid. So yeah, coming along, looking good. Okay, we have 9 minutes to go until the final stitch out. Right now it's starting on the word Sweet Valentine. So we will be back in about 9 minutes and show you the finished product. Okay, while I'm waiting for this to finish up stitching out, hope this isn't too loud with the machine going. I just wanted to share, people have asked me what kind of threads I'm using. I have used for the longest time now Maderia Poly Neon. I love it. That's my preference, my go-to, and I can't say enough about it. It's a strong thread. I rarely have any breakage, rarely. I like the fact that it has a nice sheen to it, and I feel the colors are very vibrant. So I just wanted to share with you because it has been asked what kind of thread I use, and that's what I do use. Okay, and we will be back. Okay, we're coming down to the very end of the stitch out. I have 4 minutes to go. So we'll just go ahead and keep you on. Actually, it's down to 3 minutes. Yeah, I like this design. This will come in 2 different sizes. I don't know if I mentioned that in the beginning of the video. But it will come in 2 different sizes. Smaller, and this is the larger one. The smaller, I believe, is a 6x4. Off the top of my head, I can't think, but I believe it's around that size. So two different sizes. It'll come in all different. This is a PES because I'm using a Brother machine, but it'll come in all different files for different machines. And again, I can't take credit for the actual font, but the design itself and the other, the actual designing of it, I did myself. Now, if you're ever going to digitize, the best way you can learn to digitize, like I did, is you go in and try to get free SVG files. If you put it into Google search engine, you put in free SVG, whatever it is you're looking for. You could be looking for a heart shape, you could be looking for a bunny, you could be looking for anything. And you take and you right click, copy that if it's free. If it's not, then you have to pay for the SVG file. Please do so, because there are people out there designing these who aren't sometimes letting you have it for free. They're charging because that's their bread and butter. So long story is, if you can get it free, great. If you can't, it's worth even purchasing an SVG file so you can practice how to digitize. So you're going to download it onto your software. In this case, I have Embroidery, and then you can go and take and trace over that SVG, or they've got a wand if you get into the program where you can just click that wand into the area where it's shaded, and it will go ahead and automatically digitize. 9 times out of 10 when you do that, though, you have to go in and clean it up. And we'll get into that portion at another time, is starting to digitize beginners. I personally am not like super advanced, but I certainly know how to navigate, I would say, in between intermediate to, I'd say intermediate. But we'll get into it, like I said, in another video to show you how to navigate around in Embroidery and to start digitizing. Okay, so we're down to less than a minute now, and I'm going to be taking this off the machine. So Let me go ahead and get ready to do that as it's finishing out the last letter, and I will be back.